All right. How's it going, Larry? I think we're finally ready.
It's going good. How are you doing, Jim?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, actually. I don't know. I've just been feeling good the last few days.
Because you get rest? Or is it is it some other reason why?
No, nothing in particular. That could be it. But I don't know. Just Christmas. All the money's lining up correctly.
That will make a difference.
Yeah.
You got big plans for Christmas?
I don't know about big plans, but a lot of plans. Go to this house and that house, having Christmas at my house. Some stuff is happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question.
What? Okay. Yeah.
Are you cooking for Christmas?
No.
Because I know you cook for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. No. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
You already bought eggnog?
Yes. Yep. I mean, I don't. That don't last more than an hour in my place.
Well, no. I know you drink it quick, but I didn't know if you'd already bought. Because I like eggnog. I know you do. I haven't bought any yet, but I didn't know if you'd already bought a jug since they started selling it.
Yeah, I did. So I don't know if I told you, but the weird thing is that so I'm not lactose intolerant, and whenever somebody is, if they drink dairy or something, it usually makes them have to boo-boo. It's the opposite when it comes to eggnog. It's weird. So whenever I drink eggnog, I get constipated. I know y'all want to hear this, but you're welcome for
this. This is called personal stuff.
Yeah,
personal development stuff.
Getting to know me. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people probably can relate. They probably look at the camera like, I too get constipated when I drink eggnog. That's
a good point, and I have learned. I don't know why. That I just tried it one day. The lactate-free eggnog. It does not.
Is it lactate-free eggnog?
Yeah, and it tastes just like regular eggnog.
But what brand is it? Is it Southern Comfort too?
No, Southern Comfort. I haven't seen a Southern Comfort eggnog that makes just regular eggnog. They always got something else going on, whether it be cinnamon.
Yeah, it does usually have some kind of like extra flavor to it.
Purity is the only one I know that does like just plain, at least here.
I have a stupid question.
Okay.
What is in eggnog?
Good. You know what? I was. Why'd you have to ask? I should.
Because or you don't want to know.
I don't know, but I would like to make some one day. Go for it. So there's a fresh market down there, and they had some I guess fresh from a farm kind of eggnog. I was like, oh, let's try this out. And no, when I went there wasn't any left. I was like, when are y'all getting some more? And they were like, we don't. We just get one shipment, and once it's gone, it's gone. It's like, that's some bull crap.
All right. So this is what it says.
Okay.
It says eggnog. First off, side note.
Okay.
I stupidly put eggnog as 2 words. It's 1 word.
Is it?
According to this, it's 1 word.
Okay.
So eggnog is historically also known as milk punch.
Okay.
Or egg milk punch.
You gonna get some milk punch this year?
I'm gonna get the egg milk punch.
That sounds like it should be alcoholic.
I mean, some people put alcohol in eggnog.
I had some.
When alcoholic beverages are added,
it was strong.
You know what alcohol they put in it?
No, I think it was. I don't know. I want to say it was a whiskey. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever had spiked eggnog.
But me, I know you're trying to get to. But I had the foresight, the wisdom to know you probably shouldn't get a lot of this because every time I took a little sip. Even though I tasted the eggnog, it set my nose on fire.
Yeah, the people usually add brandy, rum, whiskey, or bourbon, so it probably was some kind of whiskey.
Yep.
So it says it's a rich, chilled, sweetened, dairy-based beverage. It is traditionally made with milk, cream, sugar, egg yolks, and whipped egg whites.
Milk, cream, sugar, egg yolks, egg whites.
Whipped egg whites.
Why not just say eggs?
Because I'm pretty sure you got to separate them. Okay. I don't know how true this is, so don't quote me on this.
Okay.
So there was a time I used to bake cakes a lot.
Okay.
So I do know when you bake certain things, you separate the egg whites and egg yolks because they do separate things when you bake them or whatever. Again, don't quote me. I just remember making certain things and you have to separate the egg yolks from it. And do that, and then add it. Then you make the egg whites, whip them, and add them, because you can't just put just a whole egg. Don't know. I don't know why.
It makes somewhat sense to me. Because you can get a carton of egg whites.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you can get yolks too.
Yeah.
And then there's like eggs that come yolkless. I don't understand that.
I don't know.
I don't know how they do that.
But I mean, it doesn't sound like it's too hard to make yourself.
Oh, eggnog.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What are you talking about? Like yolkless eggs?
Yeah.
Oh.
You get an egg, take out the yolk, and then put the egg back like the.
It's the opposite of inception.
Oh my goodness.
It's outception.
Oh my goodness.
It just sent somebody in the magic school bus with Miss Frizzle, and they take out the egg yolk, and then they come back out.
They got one of the students that just be fiending for the egg yolks. They're like, all right, Jimmy, do your thing. I can't take it anymore. Get me out of here.
I used to love that show, man.
Yeah. And I'm surprised. Like, was it Dexter who said that was like one of the top theme songs?
I want to say it was Dexter.
Because I came out of nowhere. It was a clutch show.
Magic School Bus is one of those shows where it's kind of like, maybe it's just because it's an older show. Mm-hmm. I don't really remember much about it. I just remember episodes or like moments.
Yeah, because it's not like it had like an overarching story. So it was just a whole bunch of different, it was one of those public broadcasting where they just teach you things, taught you things.
So, okay, here's a question. Mm-hmm. So you have a daughter. Mm-hmm. What if your daughter was in Miss Frizzle's class and she came home one day and you was like, hey, what did y'all do at school today? And she was like, well, not much. Like, what happened? Oh, we shrunk down and went inside Jimmy's intestines and then came back out inside the Magic School Bus. Like, would you be amazed or would you be concerned? Like, what would be your range of emotion?
Can I go next up?
Oh, you could be in class?
That's a smelly, but I would be interested.
You just gonna show up in class next day? Yeah. Where we going today, Miss Frizzle?
And over here we have a pop. You know what? You can volunteer and give me a colon, not an oscopy, a colon, when the camera thing.
How you go from colonoscopy to a camera?
Because it's colon something, colon, because the camera is like a endoscope or something like that. So a kaleidoscope, which sounds too much like kaleidoscope, and I don't like it.
I don't know where you going, James.
Okay, all right, we're just going to leave it alone.
I don't know. So the point is, you would want to be there.
I would. Just don't, you know what, and they was going to space sometimes. I'd go on a space trip.
Yeah, you go to space.
Yeah, I'd go on a space trip.
Side note, Miss Frizzle wasn't that bad to look at.
Listen, she was redhead. Redhead have some kind of allure to them.
I don't know how old she was. I want to say, if I had to guess, I'd say she was probably, because she taught what, middle school?
Probably. They look younger than middle school.
Okay.
Maybe not. No,
they're probably the beginning of middle school.
Yeah.
So I would say she's probably around maybe 36, right around that age. She
was young, exuberant. I'm trying to think, like, if she ever got married, like what kind of man. I don't know. I feel like no man could tie her down. She'd be unhappy unless she had somebody to match her energy.
I was about to say she could have married I can't think of her last name for a guy that would match Frizzle. Mr. Dashel?
Fuzzle. What do you mean Dashel?
I don't know. It's the first thing that came to my mind.
Because Frizz and Fuzzly.
But they can't be similar though. They has to be like somebody. Yeah.
Okay.
So if Frizzle's on one end, there has to be somebody on the opposite end. I guess Fuzzle is on the opposite. Never mind.
Maybe Rough. Something about Rough. Mr. Brillo.
That could be just Smith. Mr. Smith.
Okay.
Speaking of which, have you seen the new trailer for Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
No.
There's a TV series coming out. I think it's on Prime with Donald Glover and some Asian chick. I don't know her name, but they're Mr. and Mrs. Smith. But the basis, what I got from the show is, unlike the movie, because the movie they didn't know they were spies. Mm-hmm. In the show, it looks like they're on a mission together. So they're both aware that they're spies because they signed up for the mission together, and they're working to do whatever they got to do. But of course, they don't. The marriage is fake, all that, relationship. But they are on the same team for the most part.
Okay.
Based on the trailer I saw.
I'd be interested.
Because there's a scene where they were sitting together. It was like, I hope we don't mess up the mission. I hope we don't fail the mission or something like that.
What has Donald Glover been doing? Like, I haven't seen him in much since Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Probably filming that. I don't know. I don't know. Working on a flute album with Andre. I don't know. I don't know what he's been doing, man.
Did you listen to the whole thing?
Yeah, I did. It's only like 6 tracks, 7 tracks.
They're like 12 minutes long each.
Yeah, man. And I listened to every minute.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. It's not what I needed.
Did you hear? So you know, Andre came out. He did an interview with GQ or somebody before, and they were pretty much asking like, what can we expect? And he was like, well, I'm 40. I ain't got nothing to rap about. Like, there's nothing for me to say. So I watched the video not too long ago. Lil Wayne was pretty much responding to that, like not going straight at Andre, but just basically saying like he was like, I got stuff. He was like, I got stuff to rap about. I just put it out there. I have fun. People like it or they don't like it.
Because it's very easy to rap about money, drugs, killing, money, drugs, killing, money, drugs, killing, as opposed to somebody who raps about something I guess significant. And then it's like, like I tried my hand at rap, and I was trying to, the most craziest thing I rapped about was Boo Boo. And who wants to listen to that?
You never know, James.
And my thing is, so my justification was everybody boo-boos, and there's no song about people boo-booing.
This is true.
So it's.
So what you're trying to say is that's the reason why Kendrick only has 3 or 4 albums? Because he's running out of stuff to rap about? I
wouldn't say running out of stuff to rap about, but one, his is a little bit deeper. He has like, what's the word? It has a purpose for what he's rapping about, as opposed to me. I'm just making songs. So like, if he doesn't have a thing to rap about, then what does he? He needs. I want to say he needs, like I know, but
he needs life experience to rap about.
I would say so, yeah. And I mean, I'm sure he has it, but it's like, I've got this pattern, I've got this set thing that I usually do, as opposed to me just making songs about, video games, poo, and basketball.
I mean, I guess here's my thing. Like, I get it as far as like not having anything to rap about. However, we also live in a world of TikTok where you see the same variation of the same video multiple times, and they all have 2,000 plus hits. So it's like, people are going to like it or they're not going to like it.
So I'm going to tell you an idea I had.
Okay.
So, I was going to make an album. First of all, it was a song called Same Song, Different Hook. And I was like, you know what? Let's expand this to a whole...
Same song, different hook. Mm-hmm. So, okay. I just want to and I like to make sure I understand.
Yep.
So, let's say 3 songs. Mm-hmm. Same entire song on each 3 songs, but the hook is changing.
So don't even think about it, multiple songs. So it's just one song, but we're not rapping about anything different than anybody else. It's just that the hook is saying, hey, I'm just rapping about the same thing everybody else raps about.
So the same song is the same song. I got you. I was looking at it from a different perspective.
But that's where I'm going.
Okay.
So let's expand this to a whole album. Mm-hmm. So Same Song, Different Hook is going to be the name of the album. But what I would do is I would make one beat. Mm-hmm. And then I would get different producers. So Kanye West, hey, remix this beat. Timbaland, remix this beat. Pharrell, remix this beat. And then I just have a whole bunch of features. And I say, rap about whatever you want.
Okay.
And it's the same thing. Same song, all 16-something tracks. I bet they're going to be about the same thing, just with a different hook.
So I'm assuming you're not going to tell them to do it?
No.
You're going to let them do that? Okay.
Yep. And then when it comes out, they can sue me, whatever they want. But hey, you did it. I didn't tell you to do, you can't be mad at me.
You can't also not give them the full information as well, James. Because that's what happened with, was it Kanye? I think it was Kanye. The song with him and, speaking of which, the song with him and Andre, they did the song Life of the Party together, mm-hmm. and Andre rapped, and then Kanye did his verse afterwards. When it originally came out, Kanye was dissing Drake, and Andre was like, that's not the song I was on.
Gotcha. Yep.
So then Kanye had to go back, and because he was like, that's not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
Like, I came out of the gate saying, hey, if you're in heaven, say hey to my mama. And then he come like, Drake, man, you need to come be correct. Like, oh, I wasn't a part of that. Like, that's not the song I agreed to do, Kanye.
It's not using it to clout, but it's like, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So you got to at least give them the option to be like, yeah. Now, I'm trying to figure out how you can say it without influencing what they rap about, though. Be like, hey, I got an idea to make an album called the same song, different hooks. But feel free to rap about whatever you want to rap about. I don't know how you present it without influencing what they rap about, though.
Listen. Let's just do a feel good song, whatever you want. I know, and then like I would have all of the artists in there at the same time. That way you can feed off of each other, collaborate, because that way they will actually. Because if you just have truffle butter forever, whatever, just 4 people loosely related to each other, but it's just a song. And they're all doing different things. So if you have them all in the studio at the same time, hey, let's at least make the same song. Like be aware that we're making a song together.
But then I feel like that's kind of leading it though. Because if you put them all in the same room and if they're collaborating, of course the songs are going to sound similar because they're all kind of, going back and forth off each other.
Well, no. So one song. I wouldn't have the people that's on this song collaborate with the people on that song.
Oh, okay.
So whoever's on this song, whatever 3-4 artists, hey, let's get together, come up with a song.
Oh, so the people collaborating, the people working on the same song.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then we just, all right, y'all done, go away, and then we gonna have these other people.
How many tracks?
So one, obviously that's gonna be a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would like it to. No, let's keep it at 8. Just keep it simple.
Oh, let's keep it an EP.
Yeah, it's a I can't think of the word that they would use, but I got the word in my head. It's like a experimental album. I don't know what they call it.
Like an EP?
No, but it's like
I'm honest, I don't know what EP stands for.
I think it's extended play.
Oh, okay.
But
that's what made me. You said experiment. I was like, that's E, right? EP.
But no, when somebody decides to try something different, that's.
I get what you're saying. I don't know. I didn't know there was a term for it though.
Yeah.
Because that's what Andre's album would be called.
I'm just gonna. I wouldn't call it instrumental.
Here's my issue. Here's my issue with the Andre album. Mm-hmm. As far as if you take aside that if you get rid of the expectation of, oh, Andre 3000 coming out album, and I expect it to be whatever. If you take that out, the equation. Mm-hmm. And I found out, oh, it is strictly going to be an album with flutes.
Yep.
Cool. My disappointment came from, if you're going to do an album about flutes, be instrumental, hey, that's your bag, whatever. I just wanted the flutes to have a little rhythm to them.
Yes.
Like, at least have a little do-do-do-do-do. It was just like, do-do-do.
Yeah, I thought it'd at least be like, not even trap, but like at least hip hop thing.
Yeah, like it was just, hey man, play a flute. All right. I was like,
you said massage parlor music.
That's what it sounded like. And then the other issue I had was that when I did listen to it, it was like, I never felt like it was loud enough. It always felt like it was like flutes in the background. Like even when I put on headphones, it was like.
Whenever I would skip, I was like, I don't hear any flutes at all. Is he doing anything on this?
It just seems like it's like somebody say, "Hey, we're gonna make the volume just loud enough so you can hear it, but just enough to piss you off." Hey, turn the volume up. It is up. That's how I felt. I was like, I kept saying, "What? Huh?" I was like, this is, but all the tracks did kind of sound the same. Track 3, track 7. I was like, okay.
The best thing about the album were the track titles.
I saw somebody online said that the lyrics were in the rap titles. Or were in the song titles. That's where the rap lyrics went.
That's
I was like, I can see that.
That's a good one, yeah.
It was one was like the time I went to Florida and turned into a crocodile or something like that.
And I was in a car with somebody, how, parents or older people can be, and they're like, nope, I don't like this title because it said something about either devil or God, something.
Oh yeah, one of them was like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was.
That's when you be like, trust me, it's not what it looks.
Right.
Just play it.
Played it on a road trip. It's like, no, we're gonna have to. Oh. All right, listen. This ain't. I could have sworn.
It's all good, James.
All right.
I mean, you got the main one. That's all that matters. Yeah. That's funny to me. Okay. I did have something I wanted to do. Okay. Because we hadn't done some Would You Rathers in a while.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna kick something off at the top, and then of course we can go into anything else if you want to talk about anything else afterwards.
Okay.
Just to kind of get the ball rolling.
Sounds good to me because I did have something I was gonna try to text it to you beforehand, but I've been busy with.
That's all good, man. Hey, man, you just come in and just spit it. You gotta.
I feel like you should be privy to this beforehand because
I got
once
you.
I tell you what it is, you're like, no, I need to think about it.
I got you. Think about it because I don't have an answer off the top of my head.
It's gonna be kind of hard to.
Oh, I mean, I can do that.
Okay.
We can, cause I was also gonna talk about that too because I watched the video of was it TV shows? It was something. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do a whole lot. Just do a few.
Okay.
Like I said, I know we haven't done one in a while. We want to do what, 3, 4?
That's fine with me. 4 is fine.
Okay. All right. So, first one. I feel like this would be an interesting one to do.
Okay.
Would you rather be stuck in a romantic comedy, because I know you don't really like romantic comedies like that, with your enemy, or in a horror movie with your best friend?
Romantic enemy.
Do you really have an enemy, James?
I don't. I'm trying to think. Like, okay, so would the romantic comedy be like I'm fighting, not fighting, but like in competition with my enemy for a girl?
I have no idea, James. Either way it go, it's you and that person in that romantic comedy.
I say let's do that because it beats being killed.
Who said you died in a horror though?
It's a good chance. There's more chance that you die than you survive.
I mean, everybody survived in the Blackening.
That is true. That is not in people in the beginning.
The good people.
Yeah. But no, I'd want to be in a romantic comedy.
Probably gonna surprise you.
You gonna be in a horror?
Yes.
Okay.
As much as I don't like horror movies, James, I would do it. But I say it this way. I live my life according to what can make good stories.
Okay. Okay, makes sense.
So if I'm in a romantic comedy with my enemy, it'd probably be a decent romantic comedy, but I don't really like that person. But if I'm with my best friend in a horror movie, I may not survive, or we may not survive, but I feel like it would make for an interesting horror movie.
Okay, wait. So are we actually like doing a movie, or is this like real life?
Real life.
Okay, all right. So my thing is like, if I'm in a horror movie and it's my real life, I feel like if it's not a possession movie, I can just not make bad decisions and I'll be okay.
This is true.
So hey, you go this way, I go that way. I'm running for the car, and it's only one of them. And if he got a knife, he gonna have to be I don't know. So I can see how being in a horror movie could be better.
Plus, you with your best friend, so it's like when you have those downtimes, you have somebody you can laugh and have fun with, as opposed to a romantic comedy was just your enemy always around.
So I would assume, okay, so since it says romantic comedy with an enemy, it's saying specifically that your best friend can't be there. Is that what it's saying? Because I don't see why the best friend can't be there.
No.
Because
it's the enemy versus your best friend, basically.
Okay.
Now you can have an acquaintance or somebody you cool with, but not your best friend.
And then love can be kind of hard. Like love will beat you up.
But who says you're the main
That is also true.
love character in the romantic
That is
comedy?
also true. I can be a background character. I could be the yeah.
You could be the like the sidekick to the main person, and your arch enemy is the sidekick to the person that person loves, and because they are falling in love, now y'all are forced to hang out with each other all the time. So
That's
it's
be romantic comedy.
I mean, hey man, I give it to you. Give me that horror, man. As much as I don't like horror movies, I take it to horror.
Okay.
All right, James. Would you rather? I don't know if I want to do that one.
Okay.
Would you rather be followed by a band wherever you go, or by someone narrating your life?
Definitely a band. Band, I would say a person narrating. I was gonna say should, like, cause I mean sometimes narrators say he was thinking such and such, so they could be aware of what you're thinking.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
You want to up it a little bit?
Go for it.
Would you rather be followed by a band that's always off key, or a narrator whose voice is horrible?
Okay, so the band being off key is gonna annoy me.
They sound terrible.
It's gonna annoy me.
But the narrator's voice is also annoying as well.
Which could be funny. Like depending on if it's annoying.
But that annoyance, that funny can also wear off as well. It could be funny for the first 20 minutes, and after a while I was like, every time I hear this person's, shut up.
Is it the rest of my life?
Yeah, let's say so. Since we upped it, let's say the rest of your life, yeah.
That's hard. That's hard. I'm gonna go with voice though. I'm gonna go with voice. So the first one band, second one voice.
I'm gonna go with the narrator's annoying voice. If it was a regular question where it was just a good band and a decent narrator voice, like a Morgan Freeman or something, I go with the band simply because I've always envisioned having like a theme song when I walk in places. So if I had a band, I could have a theme song. But I don't know what it would be. It'd be my theme song for when I walk around. But if it's an annoying narrator over a band that sounds horrible, I'm taking the horrible narrator. And
I don't see why I can't punch them every now and then.
But what if you never see? Like, what if it's a narrator you can't see?
Then I probably wouldn't be able to hear them. Then that's good. I'll take that.
No, you still hear. It's like Will Ferrell or Pharrell or whatever. You hear the narrator. I guess other people hear it too, but you just don't see it. You just don't see the narrator.
So can I put earplugs in my ears, or it can't be in my head if other people can hear it? So if I
don't know, maybe.
I don't know. I'm trying to make this work. But
sometimes you just gotta suffer, James. Here's a follow-up question while I look for the next one. What's a celebrity's voice that you don't like that would be a horrible narrator?
Take it. I was gonna say it's got to be a woman that I like, but no. Okay, Gilbert Gottfried.
I can hear the voice, but I was gonna try to imitate it. I can hear it, but I can't do it. Oh.
I just have to imagine him being Iago all the time. I can manage it if it's Iago.
Okay, I can see that. All right, what was that, 2? Mm-hmm. All right. Would you rather eat all your food with your hands, or use utensils with only your non-dominant hand?
Yeah, I can do it. Just because it's not my dominant hand, don't mean I can't do anything. So I can eat with my left hand.
Utensil wise, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I feel like even if you can't do it out the gate, I feel like eventually over time you can learn. Mm-hmm. I feel like it would be weird at first, but once you get used to it, or you could just, if you wanted to cheat, you just eat a lot of hands, like hamburgers, fries. It doesn't take. I can reach my, but if you're using utensils, after a while you get used to it.
So the question is, would you rather have to wash your hands afterwards or wash your utensils afterwards? I mean, do you have to wash your utensils?
You can use plastic utensils.
Okay.
You buy a whole bunch of plastic utensils, throw them away.
That's what I do anyway.
There you go.
Don't you say anything.
Just that. Oh, they've already said it, John. They have already said it. If you had to say that, they've already said it. All right. This is an interesting one.
Okay.
Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able to talk to animals?
I remember that one from something.
I feel like we've done like a version of it.
Definitely every language in the world. Definitely. I don't. Me speaking to animals doesn't do anything for me. I mean, you can, like, I can see how that can do things, but I feel like speaking every language would actually be more beneficial in life.
You want my real answer or my podcast answer?
Both. Let's do both.
So my real answer is I would want to speak every language, just because especially if I start traveling more, I want to be able to speak to people wherever I go. Podcast wise, you give me the animals, I can monetize that.
Yep. I mean, you can monetize both of them. Well, I mean, you can get a regular job, a government job, or a military job.
Yeah, but there's other people who can speak languages.
Exactly.
If I can speak to animals, and nobody else can speak to animals, James, I've been there.
We're doing Dr. Doolittle?
Yes, basically. Basically, that's who I would be.
Okay. And you gonna be the Robert Downey Jr.? You gonna be Eddie Murphy? Or you gonna be?
I hadn't seen the Robert Downey Jr. one.
Yeah, I think I fell asleep.
I heard it wasn't all that great.
I fell asleep on it.
I didn't hear good things about that one. I heard his character was basically Robert Downey Jr. Just like an Iron Man, but just with animals.
I fell asleep on it. I don't remember it at all. I just know in the trailer he got farted on by a dragon.
Did you? Okay. So would you say you like the Eddie Murphy ones better?
He made more than one, right?
There's like 3, I think.
I think I've
just
only
in
seen
general.
one.
So you prefer that one?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. They weren't that bad actually. If I remember correctly, Dr. Doolittle 1 was. I liked Dr. Doolittle 1. Of course, it was partly because it was got like the Hangover type of thing where it was like something new or whatever. Granted, I think it's based off like a book or something.
I want to say an earlier TV show, or it could have been a book. Could have been a book.
One of the two. Well, something I didn't know about. I say it that way. So it was new to me.
Yep.
But then the second one was kind of like, oh, okay. And then the third one was like, you probably should have stopped at the second one.
When did Kyla Pratt come into the picture?
Second one, I think.
I was going to say, did he always have kids?
Either second or third one.
Okay.
Maybe she was in the first one? I don't know.
He may have already. I don't know.
No, I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen it because they're all kind of running together in my mind. I don't know. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna leave with I don't know because I just know at the end she ends up becoming able to talk to animals by the third one.
Kyla Pratt, it's I don't want to say wasted opportunity, but she was like an up and coming a young black actress, and then she just disappeared.
Dang, she gone? Where'd she go?
I want to say motherhood. I don't know. Either she's dating somebody that's got a whole bunch of tattoos, like on his face or something, or either she got I don't remember, but I just know that I guess she got money, found somebody, she was like, all right, I don't have to do acting anymore.
Hey, man, I get it. She could be like the kid from Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
He did that one movie and never did anything else.
I mean, I just remember him in a short bowl cut, and I feel like.
You trying to say he looked old as a kid?
He reminds me of. I see this woman. Maybe I don't know if it's the Santa Claus, but she had sweats.
She had sweats on?
Give me a second. The Santa Claus.
Are you talking about the same kid from Willy Wonka?
No, now I'm talking about the mom or woman.
From the movie?
From the Santa Claus?
Oh. To the one with Tim Allen?
Okay, she did have a bob, but I'm thinking of a blonde. Anyway, never mind. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
I've been watching this. I've been watching the show. It's pretty decent.
The Shining. Maybe it's The Shining.
I don't know. Speaking of which, are they gonna make a sequel to Doctor Sleep?
I don't know. Nope, she didn't have blonde hair either. I don't know if they, if there's a book, then they probably will.
I don't know. I liked it because it wasn't a. I don't feel like. I guess because it wasn't a sequel.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is like if you knew nothing about The Shining, and you watched Doctor Sleep, you wouldn't really know it was a sequel to that until certain parts of the movie or whatever. As opposed to like going in, most like I knew, you knew, but like as opposed to like it's probably a worse example, but like an Extraction 2, it's like right after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're both standalone movies.
Yeah, but it's still technically a sequel to it.
Yeah.
So it was good though.
Jack Torrance is the father, right?
I don't know who Jack Torrance is.
I think Jack Torrance is Jack Nicholson.
Are you talking about character names?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know the characters' names. I have no idea.
Yeah, that was a father. Okay.
Wasn't it like a random black guy that was like a yard person in the first one? Or he maintained the yards or something?
I know he was, because they were in a hotel, and I know, I thought he was like a hotel caretaker or something.
Like a groundskeeper or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, speaking of movies, because this is the end of God, December's already here?
Yep. Every year it seems like, all right, we're gonna change this, we're gonna do that. And then next thing you know, it's August.
Yeah. But you know what though? I don't know if I talked to you about this, or I talked to Dexter, or we all talked about it. Because I was trying to figure out like how the year can go so fast. And the only way I can conceive how it happens is like when you're a regular person, when I say regular, like just every day living, going to work, whatever, work, sleep, repeat, whatever. If all you're looking forward to is that Saturday or that next weekend,
paycheck, yep.
So you count by that. So the next thing you know, it's easy to just look up like, hey, it's July.
That's literally when they say don't let life pass you by. So, they should, I guess what they're saying is try to live every day.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying all the cliches. Live every day like it should last. So, and whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, get your butt out there, go to the club, go do whatever. And
I ain't going to the club.
YOLO. That's all these things. Just don't think about that next paycheck, which is stupid, because if you ain't got money, then how you gonna do any of this other stuff?
This is true.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I was about to go into something, but I got a quick random question you just made me think about.
Okay.
So, people like you, because you're a parent and you're a young person, do you feel like, because the world is the way the world is, and the world evolves, right, over time. So you know how majority of the things that have been implemented parent-wise are like from baby boomer parents and older parents. So let's say you give the world 10, 20 years, right? Do you think there'd be a drastic change as far as like parental guidance? Because now you have younger people who are the elders basically. So do you think they're gonna instill the same things that their parents taught them, or do you think they're just gonna change it all, and just all the new kids will be taught differently after that?
I guess there's always going to be a balance, because there's the people like me who, I don't want to say are doing things the opposite of what their parents do, but I've raised my daughter, I guess, in a way that I would have wanted to be raised. But then you have the people who, have partied, have done all this stuff their whole life, and then when they get older, then it's like, but I still want to go out and party, so I'm going to treat you like crap, because so I think there's still going to be a balance. But
Gotcha.
the question is, I don't know, because kids are entitled. A lot of. I mean, I'd say that there weren't any entitled kids when we were growing up, but I would think that more people who, I don't know, there's going to be some kind of change.
Because the thing about it, you also gotta think too. You're dealing with people our age and younger are who are becoming parents and grandparents, as well as the world evolving. So kids have access to more resources than we had when we were young.
True.
So it's kind of like you have to monitor more, but at the same time, you still want to give them some sense of freedom. But then that's a whole other slippery slope. I don't know, James. It's a lot. It's a lot. That's all I can say.
The way with my daughter and her boyfriends,
What, boyfriends? She got more than one, James?
the boyfriend she's had throughout her life.
Oh, I'm about to say. Okay, now.
I have approached it in a certain way because of situations, and I think it's worked out. I was just talking to somebody, and I was thinking that if I was to have another daughter or another son with someone else, would that treat them any differently because that situation is different? And that's a good question. I don't know. It's worked so well with my current daughter. It's worked so well with my daughter that I feel like I should probably do it the same. But every child is different.
True.
Yeah, you can't raise every child the same way.
But granted, this is coming from somebody who isn't a parent, so I can take this with a grain of salt. I hear you as far as like every child is different, but do you also think that there should be at least a blueprint that you maybe use the same blueprint, but you branch off different ways because the child is different? I'm asking. I don't know.
I guess in a way, yes, but I think overall, and it sucks because I think that's where maybe some kids feel like that's favoritism or something. But some kids may need more attention. But yeah, like me. Okay, let's just say it this way: no matter what child it is, don't put your shoes on my furniture. So that is like a blueprint, a
base model.
Yeah, a net that I would throw over any kid that I have.
Yeah.
But as far as, hey, this child is quiet and this child isn't. This child likes to get into a whole bunch of, stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, things would be different.
Last question.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious to see how you feel about this. So, okay, because you have a daughter. I know you want a son. So let's say you don't end up having a son, and you just have the daughter you have now. Do you feel like your legacy is carrying on because she will eventually take somebody else's last name if she gets married, or do you feel like it will end because she takes somebody else's last name?
DNA wise, obviously, it's going to keep going. Last name, even though it's superficial, I do. It's kind of. It sucks that I would want to say this to my daughter, but like maybe a dying wish of mine, like I need you to have a child and give it my last name, and that may be selfish, but DNA wise, no. I guess legacy would go on.
Right.
But yeah, last name would be nice.
I just ask because I know that a lot of guys are like that. Like they want that last name. That my last name needs to be carried on.
Which, in the grand scheme of things, you would think wouldn't matter. Because I mean, if once you're going, what does it matter?
This is very true. I've also recently discovered, because I've been watching Superman and Lois, the CW show. I hate kids. I hate kids in TV shows. I hate kids in movies. I just hate kids, man.
What happened in the show?
There's these. Okay, so Superman has these two sons. Oh man! And then you got the sons. They have friends, and then there's okay. So I've known this always, but more recently, stuff I've been watching it makes me remember when I watch stuff like that. I don't relate. It's just stupid.
Well,
because they're in high school. Oh no, this kid, he don't like me. So now I'm a sulk at home. And then the parents like, what's wrong with you? Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
One, Superman is generally not black. Two, he is a superhero and an alien. But they are trying to appeal, I guess, to the greater audience who probably... I hear you.
Then Lois Lane gets on my nerves, too, because she's like... At one moment, she's like, oh, he's Superman. We gotta respect him because he's blase. Then she'll turn around and somebody like her granddad is like, hey, we got kryptonite. Well, why would you have that? Why are you preparing to kill Superman? He's like, bro, what if he turned? We need to be able to protect ourselves. But he won't. He's Superman. No. You don't understand. 6 episodes later, Superman turns.
So he is turning.
I mean, he came back like the same episode, but it's like, but still, it's like, this is why we have it.
He contingency plans, yeah.
And she was like, no, she just stayed mad for like 4 or 5 episodes at her granddad. She was like, if you're gonna continue to keep kryptonite, just don't come around the family. But also, he's the head of the DOD. Like what?
That's like Thunderbolt Ross and the Hulk.
Like, it's my job to prepare for the worst. What do you? She make it seem like he just walk around the house and, hey, got that kryptonite on me. Be careful, Clark. I got kryptonite in my pockets.
Is one of their sons named Jonathan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's Jonathan and then there's Jordan.
Okay. I don't know a Jordan.
Jordan Kent, Jonathan Kent. Why, does Jonathan go on to do something?
He's in the comics.
What does he do? I don't care. I've already looked it up on Wikipedia. I know what happens in seasons 3 or 4. So, well.
So, at one point, him and Damian, they were like the new Batman and Robin. Sorry, not Batman. The world's greatest, Superman and Batman. At some point, Jonathan goes somewhere, then he comes back. He's older. He now is gay, which is whatever. Some people have their feelings about that. But there is some stories where Superman becomes, the whole Justice League becomes incapacitated, and Superman has to, I guess everybody's like living up to not everybody's father. So Damian and Jonathan have to live up to their father's legacy. But I don't know if it's Damian or somebody. No, it's actually Jonathan, where it's like, you don't have to. You can be your own. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like people like you the way you are. You don't have to try to be Kal-El.
So in this story, Jonathan has powers. Mm-hmm. He ain't got nothing on the show. He ain't got a drop of strength or nothing.
I think at one point he actually had electricity powers too.
They gave all the powers to Jordan.
Really?
Okay, well, let me backtrack. So you got Jordan and Jonathan, they're twins. They're born at the same time.
Okay.
So Jordan has laser eyes or heat vision. Mm-hmm. He has enhanced strength. He's not super strong. The way they explained was he has a 1/100th the strength of Superman, but it's still stronger than an average human. What else does he have? He can't fly. He has super hearing, so he can hear, across the world, but not the whole world yet. Yeah. But he can hear super far off.
Ice breath?
He had it for a time because he got kryptonite sickness, so he had ice breath because of that, but he hadn't done anything with it since then.
Can he stop bullets? Is he fast?
No. Okay. He's just still kind of at the. Now Jonathan has nothing. He just broke his arm 3 times. One time he broke his arm because he tried to stop Jordan from hitting like another high schooler. So he's tried to stop and broke his arm. But from what I read in like season 3, he gets powers because of kryptonite. He takes it and gives him powers or whatever. So
kryptonite's everywhere. You got red kryptonite, regular green kryptonite, probably just all the kryptonites.
Here's my issue with Superman. I was going to talk about something else. But since I'm on this, here's my issue with Superman. Mm-hmm. They start you off saying this guy's Superman, strongest person in the world, last son of Krypton.
Yes.
There's Kryptonians everywhere. Well, where are these people coming from?
And you got the people that was in the negative zone. Then you got Kara, who the ship got blown off course. The dog, I don't know.
He's a half brother in this show too.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's like as soon as you introduce him, like, I'm the last one. Nobody else made it. Cool. 15 other Kryptonians just show up out of. Hey, we're from Krypton too.
That's my issue I have with John Wick. You told me John Wick can do anything. This is false. Y'all lied to me.
I mean, He has jumped out of multiple buildings
Oh my goodness.
and stopped bullets with a jacket going like this.
Jackula. Jackula.
Jackula. I want to stop the bullets. That's make it. I want to see it. Make it.
And wasn't he in the interview with a vampire? I know maybe Brad Pitt was in
I
it.
think it was Tom Cruise.
Okay, all right, never mind.
Was it Tom? Yeah, it was Tom Cruise.
Is there a movie with two like stars that are vampires?
Ooh, James, I don't know.
Okay,
You know how many vampire movies there are, James?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I know there's a new interview with Vampire show that came out not too long ago. I said I wanted to watch.
I think I remember that.
I saw the trailer. It looked like it'd be pretty. Speaking of which, I just saw the trailer for Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yes.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm not.
I have my mixed feelings on the villain, but I think I'm ready because I just like the character and I like the movie. But trailer wise, it didn't really give me enough to be like yes, to be like excited for the movie itself. But I think I was more so just like, hey, I'm ready to go back into the world of Kung Fu Panda and see what happens.
I'm gonna watch it. And that's one of the questions I had about next year. But I'm gonna watch it. The trailer was not funny to me at all. And then there was one part that was like, oh, it's because it's for kids. Like I don't know what part of the movie, but I was like maybe they're trying to give the slapstick comedy to get kids interested.
It's crazy you bring that up because I think I was going. It was something I wanted to ask you. Not on the podcast. I was going to text you the other day. I can't remember what it was. I got sidetracked because I was either watching something or looking at. I can't remember what it was because I was going to ask you like when you watch stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Like how do you? I'm trying to figure out how I want to ask it. How do you look at stuff that's strictly made for kids? Like, do you try to look through the lens of like, do you try to put yourself in their shoes, or are you watching it through, 30 plus James's eyes, or whatever? I guess what I'm trying to ask is like, if you let's say you watch a movie, because I know you don't watch shows, mm-hmm. But let's say you watch a movie that's strictly made for kids, or it's made for family type whatever environments. Like, does that hinder your enjoyment because you can't really relate to the kids stuff? Because, like you said, some of the jokes are going to be catered towards like kid jokes. I mean, there'll be like some adults, maybe here and there, but like, does that kind of like, how do you feel about that?
So there are, I guess, two kinds of movies. Two kinds of kids movies. You have the kids movies that can, appeal to adults, and then there's ones that are just
like a Shrek.
Yeah. And then there are some that are just strictly for kids. So if it is a strictly for kids movie, I'm not going to say that I don't have an opinion about it. Like, I'm not going to say it's good or bad. Deep down, I'm going to have an idea like, this is good, this is bad. Romeo and Juliet, I thought was horrible. But mostly, I would say 90% of me is going to be like, it's a kid's movie. Like, it's not for me. So I know that I'm not going to enjoy it, or I shouldn't. I didn't go see this movie for me. I took my daughter to see it.
So does that bring the bar down for you? If you go in knowing it's for kids, like, does it bring the expectation bar down? So
I just it kind of eliminates the bar. Like, I don't even,
you don't really care.
No, I don't. Like the Paw Patrol movies, I've seen. I don't know if they had more than two, but I've seen both of them, and I don't think either way about them.
So I'm curious. Okay, so if you go into a kids movie, right, and you like you said, there's no bars, no expectation. Mm-hmm. Are you still able to enjoy the movie or enjoy yourself? Yeah.
Like I enjoyed Paw Patrol. I enjoyed the first one. I got some laughs out of it. So it's got some funniness, but at the same time, it's like it's not not engaging. What's the word? It's not stimulating enough for me. So It's I don't know. There's I guess I'm looking for balance. You know, I can like Romeo and Juliet. I watched the whole thing. One because my daughter was there, but I was not stimulated by it, so I was kind of checked out of it. But you know, Kung Fu Panda, which I think is one of those movies that does kind of have some adultness to it. So I do have opinions on that. Like I said, I like 1 and 2, 3 I didn't really care for so much. We'll see how 4 goes.
I think if I had to rate them, it would be 2, 1, 3.
And I can't I really can't. I don't know where to put 1 and 2. Like they're both so good. I like both of the villains.
I like the villain in 2 more because he has more of a connection to Poe.
Yep.
Poe,
because he killed his parent.
right?
Yeah.
So there's more of a connection as opposed to the other guy who's like, I just want the Dragon Scroll.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Okay, cool. You know, I mean, he was a good villain, but like there was no he had like if Poe hadn't been made Dragon Warrior, they would have never crossed paths. But like with the Peacock, like they were bound to cross because of the what he did to his family. So it was like it was more emotional more emotional stakes.
Yeah. I agree.
I'll say that. So, and then 3 was I liked 3, but it was okay. It wasn't really. There was a lot of spirit fighting and.
It was there. It was a movie.
Yeah, it had Jackie Chan as a cameo.
He's always played the monkey.
Yeah, but he said more words in the 3rd one than he did in the other ones.
Okay.
he was actually a character. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested for the 4th one. Like, what else? Okay, so what else? So Wonka's December. What other movie wise is coming out 2024?
So I'll get
Furiosa.
Yes, definitely. I'm interested in that. Even though I kind of wish they would have continued like from the last movie, but you know, I mean, I'm one. Mad Max Fury Road was an amazing movie. I'm guessing the same person's coming back for this one. It's not Charlize Theron as Furiosa, so I don't know, but I have faith in them.
Yeah.
So before 2024, you know, we've got What If coming, Aquaman 2.
Okay, so pause. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the whole? Because I think they're doing like one every day or something like that with What If.
And then that leads up to
it leads up to Christmas. There's like they're doing it like one each day up until like I think the last episode is on like Christmas Day or the night before or something like that.
I didn't know that. Okay, that's better than a week, like every week. I like that.
So would you prefer they do more animated stuff like that?
As long as it's, you know, because binge watching things don't go well for me. So, I mean, if you can space it out whatever kind of way, I'm good with that.
Okay. All that to say, I'm excited for it. I know a lot of people are excited about the 1612 Avengers or 1912 Avengers. You know anything about that? Mm-hmm. So apparently there's an episode where it's like, what if the Avengers formed in like 1617 or something like that? Some old time. I don't know if it's 1617. It may be like 19 something. But like it's like where you got like not T'Challa, but you got the Black Panther from that time. You got Hank Pym as Ant-Man and you know whatever. So it's like those Avengers forming together.
Okay. That would seem interesting.
Apparently, it's a run from from the video I watched. It's a run. It's a comic book run where they did that. So,
I know they did. You know, Avengers BC 1 million or what BC something like that, where they they kind of retcon because there's some Avengers that were like, hey, this is the first of this Avenger, but then like, no, actually there was one like a BC.
Yeah.
Like I want to say, anyway. That doesn't interest me. Like having BC Avengers, that's not interesting to me.
No, I get it. Plus, it's only one episode, so it could be good or not good. So
yeah, that one I've got interested in. We'll see about that.
I wish I could remember the exact time. I just know it was early. I just know that.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it. The Aquaman movie.
Well, it is what it is.
I'm excited, but I'm not excited.
Okay.
I'm excited because it looks good. but it also looks different than the first one. But then you also know it's the last one, so you don't know. It's like there's no future for it. So it's kind of like it's a crapshoot. It's like if I go in and I enjoy it, like, oh man, it's a great movie, but I know nothing's coming from it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if it's horrible, at least you're like, well, at least I know there's nothing coming from it.
So again, I don't like the underwater thing, the muted colors and all that stuff, but that's what they did with the first one. It made $1 billion. I understand why they're still doing it. It seemed like the first trailer made it seem like Black Manta was going to be the villain, which he is the villain, a villain, who knows. But the second trailer did make it seem like he's getting his black trident from somebody. Or some force.
Yeah, he's getting it from one of the Dark King or something like that.
Exactly. So I think there's a little bit more to it. So that somewhat interests me because Aquaman kind of beat Black Manta the first time. So why?
No, I was gonna say I think he just gets to try that.
And then you got the villain from the first one becoming. So to me, the pieces don't seem like they're going to add up to be anything great.
I just have one question. Either the baby's going to be Aqualad or they're going to kill the baby. I just want to know.
Why do you think they're going to kill it?
So if you watch the trailers. Mm-hmm. So, Black Manta. You just said his name. I forgot it just that quick. I think he either says a line or it's something that because I've seen like multiple trailers. There's one of the lines where he talks about like basically killing Aquaman or killing off like everything, like his lineage basically.
Gotcha.
And they show up at the house where the baby is, and then the house is on fire, it's burning. So it's kind of like it's either they kidnapped the baby or they killed the baby.
Listen, we just got to killing dogs.
I don't know, man.
I don't think we're jumping to killing babies just yet.
I mean, but if you're gonna do it in an Aquaman movie, is this not the one to do it in?
That's true. Well, it's the scorched earth. We ain't got nothing to prepare to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I know I'm about to pivot back, but I thought What If was going to lead to Echo because I think Echo's coming out in January something. But
I think there's like an episode in What If where there's like they introduce like some kind of like not Hispanic. What's the tribe? So in the trailer there's a chick, she has powers. She's like in like one or two scenes. But she's like clearly a part of a tribe or whatever. And so it kind of, from what people have said, it's not me. It looks like she could be part of the same tribe because Echo she's
Native American.
Yeah, that's what it is, Native American. So that could be some kind of tie. But then again, Echo doesn't really have powers. Or not. We don't know.
You know what? Okay, I'm sorry. This we are putting off the 2024 movies. But that makes me think. You like Nightwolf. Mm-hmm. If you were to make an Avengers, let's just say all properties from everywhere connected into your universe, and you had to make an Avengers team, let's say 5 or 6 characters, out of just one character from all these different universes. I know this is gonna be Kevin.
You make it so broad. I have so many options to choose from. Do you know? Do you have your 5 already?
Green Ranger from the Power Rangers. That's one.
So you really like flutes, don't you?
Way to tie it back.
He gonna roll up.
That's my Hulk right there.
I watched the video. I think it was a TikTok. Some guy was posing a question like, when Tommy became part of the Rangers, like why he didn't take the ghost, like the shoulder pads and stuff off.
Because he better than them.
That was the whole answer. It was like, why? Like just keep it. I was like, but I don't know.
It is kind of weird just having because you got this regular spandex whatever kind of suit, but then you just got.
Yeah, and he showed up. He was like, I don't know how to take it off. It came with the suit. Yeah. Meanwhile, Hey, that same guy with the flute whipped the whole Power Rangers in Detroit.
That meme is everywhere. Listen, so I know if you're like me, you probably want to actually do the actual flute sound, but just hold off. I know you're probably doing it at home. Stop it.
That's what it sounds like. That's what I hear. Is that not what it sounds like? Is that not close? No? Oh, okay. Well, that's what I hear. Maybe my ears are wrong. I don't know.
I'm a little bit too much of a diehard fan. I'm trying. I don't like correcting, so I'm not doing it.
It's all good. I don't know. To answer your question, I have no adventures, James. I don't know.
Right, I'm trying to think of more than who's next. I think that's a good that could be a good discussion.
Nightwolf, Green Ranger, Raiden.
You put 2 Mortal Kombat.
Okay, so Nightwolf, Green Ranger.
Okay, we gonna put them together.
Goku.
Oh, that's cheating, but yeah. I mean,
You said anybody.
that's okay. That's true.
One Punch Man.
Ah, you cheating. Okay.
All right.
Now you.
Old buddy from Adventures with what's the name of the show? What's the guy the dog that grows up?
Clifford.
No, he's a sword. Adventure Time.
Oh, okay. I never watched that show.
Oh, I was just trying to pick a character who probably would suck compared to everybody else. Him.
Oh, because you need a normal person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need a Hawkeye. Or a Green Arrow.
So first person, nope. Dexter's Lab. That's
Okay.
a kid. That's a kid though.
Hey, he's intelligent.
He could be he could be at home. He could be like the
brains behind it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've got nothing. I have to really think about this.
The question is, do you want all fighters or do you want like people who are strategic? Like you watched Death Note, didn't you? Mm-hmm. So like get you a light from Death Note. He can't fight, but he's smart.
Yeah, I don't like L from Death Note because they wrote him to be a little bit too good, and I thought that was unrealistic.
However, when he dies, the show just went downhill after that to me. Because then they brought in L's brother, who was supposed to be smart too, but of course, he's nowhere like it was just that's
It took me a while to get through it. I enjoyed it, but it took me a while.
It's one of those animes where it's like there's no action, but you still. Well, I was gonna go into spoilers, but some people, they're not gonna watch. They're gonna watch Death Note. But like the scene that I think about whenever I think about Death Note, I think about the scene where because he kills this lady's husband, who was like a detective, and so she knows that he was murdered. So she used to be a detective. I can't remember, but she's basically trying to find out what happened. So she runs into Light, who killed her husband, but she doesn't know that.
Yep.
And so, in order for him to kill people, he has to write their name in the book. And so he tricks her into saying her name. So he writes her name in the book. So he basically makes her walk into the street and get hit by a bus. And he just sits there and watches. He watches her look at him as she realizes, oh, you're the guy that killed my husband. And then she kills herself. He makes her kill herself. I said, God.
Yeah.
That's cold-hearted, man. I said, this is some bull. Good show, though. Good show.
Yeah. How's the movie?
Which one are you talking about? The one with Lee Keith Stanfield?
Yeah, that one.
It was all right. That wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. They made a different one, I think. I didn't watch it, though.
I'm really trying to think of another person, and I cannot. I think you started talking about anime, and now it's like I'm thinking a lot of anime, and I'm trying to get away from it.
Courage the Cowardly Dog, SpongeBob.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's think PlayStation All Stars. I know we just nope those are so.
Granny from Hey Arnold.
The turtle from Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh, did you watch that video I sent you with the what's his name from Street Fighter?
Which one?
He was sitting in the guy's office and he was like, He said, he's like, when I throw my blast, I said, Hadouken. And then,
Yeah, I did say
he said, when I do my spinning kick, it's you want some Fructose? No. I can't remember what he said. It was hilarious to me. I was like, because I never thought about what they be saying for real. Like, I mean, I hear the Hadouken, but like the rest of it, I don't really pay attention to. I was like, I'm gonna go look it up and see if he actually says that.
I know when I was little, it was Hadouken. That's what we used to say. And then so they as we got older, and I guess maybe Street Fighter became 3D. They was like, no, we gotta actually put some. So it's Hadouken and Shoryuken and.
I saw a video too. So do you say Open Sesame?
It's not Open Sesame.
That's what people are saying it is. I don't know if that's what it. That doesn't make sense to me.
No, it's something that I've said, but it's not. I know that's not what it is.
It's Open Sesame.
No, it's not.
But I'm saying I just doesn't. I'd rather say maybe it's because I'm used to saying Open Sesame.
I think TikTok is on this. I was this old when I learned craze. So it's the It's a Me is not. It's Sumi.
And talking about flames don't have shadows.
I would think they would, but okay. So it depends. So if you're just trying to get a shadow from a flame, then no. But if you have a camera pointed at the flame, then yes, it would have a shadow.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, I don't know. Just tell you what I heard, man. I ain't saying I agree with it, but just interesting stuff to think about.
Because it's like the lack of light, but it does have light coming from it. But at the same time, it's. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Nah, but for real talk, James. What is your most anticipated movie for next year?
Oh, and so the problem is that I used to there's been so many things that came out, and I was like, oh man, I'm ready for that, and I wanted to include TV shows too, but I don't remember what all.
I would say I don't really know a lot of them either.
But I'm just gonna go ahead and say Deadpool. Even though the MCU is what it is right now.
Oh no, man!
I'm just so interested to see how they pivot from Deadpool being from the Fox universe to us, and incorporating. They got so many cameos, so they could.
That's why my expectation has depleted a little bit, because when it first came out, I was like, okay, Deadpool, Wolverine, yes. Oh, they're gonna be introducing, or they're gonna be playing with the Fox universe. Cool, I'm excited. Now every time I turn around, this person's gonna be in it. This person's. I'm just like, okay, I don't.
Yep.
I don't. Why do you need so many cameos?
There's a level of this is way past fan service. Like I can understand if it is killing the Fox universe, I can understand. But they did say that some of the people that's in it isn't even it's from the MCU.
Yeah, I don't, because unless you do kind of how they did in Deadpool 1 when he went to the house and opened the door, it was like a room full of them, so they're just there, or they show up for 5 seconds or a minute. Okay, cool. But if you have 20-something cameos, I don't know how you do that. How do you make that work?
So the problem that I think the MCU has now is that when they do a movie and it's titled Deadpool or Doctor Strange or Multiverse of Madness, it's not really their movie. You are putting so much into it that it's just becoming another. And I think the reason is because they've seen that Avengers and Infinity War, Endgame, it made them so much money. And companies, they just feel like, okay, let's keep doing what makes us money. And you are losing sight of what made your property so great to begin with. We don't want, what do they call it, ensemble cast after ensemble cast after ensemble cast. We want not necessarily origin movies, because obviously Doctor Strange has been here, Deadpool has been here. We want personal movies, and then they culminate in the ensemble cast. We don't want every movie to be an ensemble.
I actually kind of disagree.
Okay.
But, okay, I'll say it this way. I agree but disagree.
Okay.
I agree with making the movies more personable to the character. Like if it's a Doctor Strange movie, make this movie about him. I agree with that part. I disagree with not having the ensemble, but that's, and I guess the way I look at it is like this. Because we're this far in the MCU, it's kind of hard to believe that Doctor Strange is not working with somebody else. Like, there's going to be other superheroes around. I mean, but that's why I say I agree but disagree, because, like, if you make the movie about him to where the story is around him, but he happens to get help from another superhero that shows up, cool, because obviously they know each other. I'm going to call in help if I need it. But when it's to the point to where, like, the story isn't focused around him and it's just a whole bunch of other characters, and you try to make it connect to other movies, that's when it kind of gets to be like, all right, cool.
I'm going to use your logic against you. So, back in the, well, I say back in the day, but you said that everything, I expect everything to connect. So, yeah, sure, I do believe that everybody's in New York, so if somebody's having an issue, that somebody is, like, right around the corner that can help. But you had Winter Soldier, where he had these 3 big helicarriers, over New York, and I remember all these other people could have came and helped him, but they didn't. It was just a Captain America movie, and it worked. It was one of the best MCU movies ever. So, yes.
But you had Black Widow, who's another Avenger, in the movie with them. The movie was around him, but he still had other people in it, like Falcon, Black Widow. You see what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. I'm not saying it has to connect with, because we're in New York, every superhero in New York has to come with me. But it's still a Captain America movie.
So, yeah, I agree with the Black Widow thing, but Falcon, like, everybody had their let's say, pocket. So Falcon was a Captain America, I don't want to say sidekick, but, everybody had their group of people. So Falcon, I wouldn't necessarily, even though, yes, he became an Avenger,
right.
I would still say that was a Captain America, Black Widow wasn't. So, yeah, I agree with that.
But that's what I'm saying I want. Like, if it's going to be a Doctor Strange movie, let it be his movie. But if other superheroes are there to help the story and to help him, as opposed to, we're just going to have Doctor Strange with 5 other superheroes, but the story isn't about Doctor Strange. It's about all of them. And it's trying to expand this MCU world, as opposed to just being like, Doctor Strange has something going on, but Iron Man just happens to come help out like a Black Widow did. That's all I'm saying.
I would still say keep it tight. I'm trying to think how, because I remember Black Widow was at the beginning of the movie, but it was, yeah, she was throughout the movie. I would still say keep it tight. So, I mean, if you are going to have at least one more person, one, if you can keep it, whoever's in that little pocket. So if it's, Wong, I mean, Wong is Doctor Strange pocket, I can't remember who else would be considered an Avenger, but is also in the pocket. So, anyway, just keep it small. Just don't have all these people where the focus is like, oh, I have to divide the screen time, the story time between all these different people.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like I'm saying, like if you're gonna have a solo movie like a Shang-Chi, if it's gonna be about Shang-Chi, but these other people show up, let it make sense, as opposed to like, oh, I just happened to run across the street and there's 7 Avengers here. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, but let the story be around that person. But because, like I said, we're 30 plus movies in, I don't see why Avengers don't work together. Like, they have to work together to a certain degree. But if they're going to work together, just let it make sense, as opposed to like, oh man, I need help. Hey guys, show up. And like 7 Avengers just pop out of the sky and now we all just fighting.
Yep.
Like, just let it make, like, Black Widow made sense in that movie, as opposed to just like, oh, Doctor Strange is like, I'm going to go help Spider-Man do a potion and a spell. I mean, it made sense, but at the same time, it's like, okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm sure we could have.
It was a bit forced.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It made sense, but it was still kind of like, all right, I'll accept it.
And I was gonna say, I mean, you could have used the Loki things that was going on, because I mean, like the multiverse has been like caused by so many different things. Loki, the Doctor Strange spell. Like, you could have just got rid of Doctor Strange and had Loki tie into it, not necessarily have him in the movie. But then again, Kevin Feige did say that he wanted the movies to be separate, that you didn't have to watch the TV shows to understand, but that kind of didn't work out.
I don't know. I give an example of one that kind of fell for us. There's another one that fell for us. So in the Thor movie, so you got this Thor movie where you got Hela, who's the villain, you got the father who dies, you got him and Loki going on their little brother journey, whatever, whether they're bonded or not bonded or getting along. Then all of a sudden, Doctor Strange just comes out and goes, hey, I'm gonna help you out. What?
Yep.
Why? Why we go to Doctor Strange?
Not only that, you did have the Hulk in the movie too, which people like. To me personally, I think the Hulk is kind of what took away from the movie, and here's and that. But I'm sorry,
I'm good.
Okay. I thought it was too much Hulk, and it.
I'm really trying to remember what all he did in the movie.
So, he was a champion, so they showed the Hulk like pretty much just relaxing. He had his little palace, not palace, but he was eating fruit and all this other stuff. He was just chilling. And I'm like, I don't, and sure, that is kind of like he has his own personality in the comics, but that's not, like, I like the dynamic between Bruce Banner and the Hulk. So it's like you had Bruce Banner, and then whenever, we needed some action, the Hulk came out. It was kind of mysterious. It was like it gave him a purpose as opposed to him just laying around eating, which is probably why I didn't like Professor Hulk. He's just going around passing out tacos.
You really did not like Professor?
I didn't.
I had no issue with Professor Hulk. My only issue was I would have liked to have seen the progression to Professor Hulk.
True.
But like the character, I had no problem with him.
I need him to punch things instead of going around.
Yeah, but like he's done that for a while. I'm tired of seeing him just punch stuff.
But it was only in the adventure movies.
I'm talking about I'm talking as a person who consumes a lot of Hulk stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of just seeing Hulk just get mad and fight. Like I want to see him be a little smart. You know what I'm saying? Like I want Hulk to have a palace where he's a champion and he's like, oh man, people love me. Like it's a change from the norm. Like, oh, here comes Hulk being mad again. All right. He's mad. Do his thing. Oh, sun's getting low, big guy. Like, that get old. But then again, this is coming from a person who's seen a lot of Hulk. Like, from a casual movie person, I can see, it's like, well, why did that happen? But for me, it's just like, I don't want to see him just mad all the time.
I hear you. I hear you. In my head, it's like, whenever the Hulk was only the Hulk when he was mad. So it's like, well, if his temper is calm, shouldn't he go back to Bruce Banner? And apparently that's not the case, because there's been times where, well, in the movie at least, he'll be Hulk for so long. He went from, someplace, then he went all the way down to South, what's that, the Middle America. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I just don't know. It's like G.I. Joe. I don't know enough.
Well, that could be the case. Like I said, for me, it was just the whole thing of like, it's like, I didn't buy the different Hulk. My issue was just like, we got, oh, this Hulk is mad. Cut to, hey, he's wearing glasses and taking selfies. When did we get here? Like, what happened? And then She-Hulk is, oh, well, this is the bunker I was in the whole time with me and Tony. I want to see that. Like, can we see that? Can we see that? No? Okay, cool. So said you're gonna come try your son out with this receding Stephen A. hairline.
I'm not ready for him to be on it. Listen, is he gonna be timid like Professor Hulk?
I don't know.
Since they're getting the Young Avengers together, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe let's make peace, not war.
I don't know, because he is a teenager, so he's probably gonna have that issue of not being able to control his emotions.
He looked like a hippie too.
I don't know.
Like, I just remember him. I don't know if he had like a little ponytail or whatever, but he had on like some colorful clothes.
I just took it as those are the clothes he wore, because he came from the planet where Jeff Goldblum. Well, and that was already an interesting planet in general. Sure. So I just took it as that's just the clothes he had on from that planet. So
I say colorful. It's anyway. It's muted. But I don't see a ponytail. But I don't know what that is.
It's a Samoan type haircut.
Okay.
I'm just making something up. I don't know.
Who do you think, because, their faces are obviously modeled after somebody. I wonder who his face, anyway. They can't see what we're looking at. So.
We're talking about Hulk and Little Hulk.
Sakaar. Sakarson.
It's a car.
What is dude's name? Oh, I know.
Geometro. Sakaar.
Sakaar is the name of the planet. What is the name of Hulk's son? Scar. That's what it is. Scar.
But it's like Scar with a K, right?
Yeah. And 2 A's.
Stupid.
You just got to make it different.
I'm not gonna go back to that. Never mind. I was gonna get back on my soapbox about Superman. I don't know what made me think of. You said something maybe because I was thinking, oh, that's what it was. Because you were talking about Hulk being mad, and I was thinking about like, you know, I guess I should like the Superman and Lois show because instead of Superman being the strong all the time, every episode he's like, "Hey, I'm Superman." Kryptonite in the face. Oh no, I can't. Kryptonite. Oh no, oh, I'm weak.
That's to me. It's just not a very compelling character. It's so boring.
Let me go here. Oh, Kryptonite.
I represent hope and what humanity should be.
Kryptonite.
I can't. Go on without me.
Hey man. By far, and I'm only saying this because I've been watching the show. By far, Superman is, in my opinion, number one dumbest secret identities ever.
Agreed.
By far.
Agreed.
The dumbest.
But if it worked out for the dude in Ready Player One, I don't see why it can't work out for
James. All he does is this. Clark, Superman. Clark, Superman. Same hair, same white skin, same body structure.
Well, Christopher Reeves, he had like a little curly thing.
Come on, man. So you mean to tell me if you change your hair tomorrow, nobody's gonna be able to tell you?
Not if I have glasses on. Nope. I'm gonna come to work and we gonna see. Let's do a social experiment. They call it.
I'm gonna give you. Here's another one that's in my top 5.
Okay.
Of stupidest secret identity. You know, people trying to hide their identity. Old buddy Black Lightning from the TV show.
I mean, he has a whole suit on though.
He's also the only brother who's 6'3" with a full beard. Like,
in that TV show, he had he
clearly we know who you are. Like I don't. Oh, come on, man. Like Bruce Wayne. Okay, that's a little bit more because it's a full suit.
Mr. Terrific.
I mean, braids change a person's facial structure, James. If you ever go from fro to braids, who is that brother? I don't know who he is.
Mm-hmm. There's this, and listen, to be honest, going into people's houses, I used to get confused with the other guy all the time.
Yeah. People think you be getting high at work.
Oh my goodness.
He came in here smelling like drugs.
Listen, so one thing, I'm not afraid, I mean, I should be, but how do you, because I don't smoke. And you know I don't smoke.
Yeah.
I know you don't smoke.
I don't.
Okay. So if
I have, but I don't I'm not an active
Yeah. So if I got pulled over and a cop planted weed in my car, and I say I don't smoke, how do I fight against that? Because hey, my family comes out. Oh no, James, James is not a smoker. Then the jury could be like, well, y'all don't know the real him or something. You know, it's like, how do I go against a cop?
It ain't like you got a card that says I'm a certified non-smoker or something.
I don't. That's horrible.
That should be a thing. Certified non-smoker hit.
You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll start having. I'm going to create a company. We do weekly drug tests, and then we just provide that. So if you do happen to go to your job and they require you to right here. He got checked last week. He's all good.
That's actually pretty smart.
I don't know if they'll recognize me as a legitimate, but
you gotta get you. Gotta get you. That's me rapping on the flute. Gotta get you.
Never gonna get it.
Oh man. How long have we been talking?
I don't know.
What time is it?
6, 7.
Yeah. Any other movies you excited for?
Yeah. I was gonna go back to that, but the problem is that I'd probably want to make money. So if you pay an extra fee, then we can have somebody take the drug test for you. That's horrible. All right.
You can't.
I know.
You can't come out the gate being.
I know.
Corrupt, James. That's the part you don't advertise. You sell that like, hey, by the way,
we will edit this out
for an extra $100. There was a player not too long ago. He took a drug test. He came back pregnant.
Yep. Well, yeah, that was I know about that one. So how do you feel about Draymond Green?
We don't got to talk about that.
Okay. So there's Inside Out too, which okay. Let me talk about the ones that I'm excited about because
I saw the trailer. I'm okay.
I didn't. So I was one of the few people that thought Inside Out 2 was more like Soul than
You mean the first one?
Yeah.
You said Inside Out 2. I'm like, you seen it already? I didn't know you saw it.
I didn't think Inside Out was as great as everybody else did.
I liked it. Like story wise, it was okay, but I fell in love with the concept more than I did the actual story.
Exactly. All right. So me, Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda 4. I'm gonna watch. Okay, I'll just leave it at that.
I was gonna say, yeah, we already kind of talked about it.
I enjoyed Ghostbusters Afterlife, so I'm interested to see the Frozen Empire.
I'm excited, but I put that in the same box as Kung Fu Panda. Mm-hmm. Like I'm excited to go back into that Ghostbuster world, but because it's such a drastic change from all, I don't really know what to expect. Yep. But as far as like Ghostbusters, I like Ghostbusters. Yeah, I like because Bill Murray and them are coming back. So I'm just like, hey man, I'll watch it.
Godzilla and Kong.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I want to know how he gets his metal arm, but I'm excited.
Mad Max. All right, so Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Now listen, I say
I'm listening.
That Planet of the Apes trilogy is the most consistent trilogy ever. Like all of them are like either none of them were bad. None of them were okay to me. They were either
even though you didn't like Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I still enjoyed the movie. So they were all good to great in my opinion.
I'm kind of iffy on the Kingdom of the Planet simply because Caesar died, right? In the last one. Because he died before they got to the new home.
I don't remember.
I think he did.
He fought Cobra, didn't he?
Yeah. And like, because they ended up leaving, they were going to find some new place to live. And he stopped and took a break. He stopped and took a break like by some tree. I just remember him like, because I think he had got cut or something. And he ended up dying, and they ended up just leaving him. At least I think that's how it happened. So I'm just kind of curious, like how we get to this story or what happens now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I'm gonna just keep going. So Bad Boys 4, which I didn't know was coming out so quickly.
I don't know what it's about. So.
Yeah. A Quiet Place.
Yes.
Day 1.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's a Despicable Me 4.
Yeah, it is.
So Deadpool. Apparently, there's a lot of this. So Borderlands, I'm not gonna say. Kraven the Hunter, I'm not gonna say. Oh, I did want to say like do a separate like movies you're not necessarily excited for, but you're gonna go see anyway. Like I'm gonna go see it because I've seen all the other stuff. But
right.
Apparently, there's a Transformers 1, Beetlejuice 2. I am excited about that.
There's a new Lethal Weapon coming out too.
You know me, I haven't seen any of them, so.
I know you haven't.
So definitely Joker, Folie à Deux. That's number 1 on my list.
I know. I'm gonna say I'm very excited. Well, let me not say excited. I'm very interested and intrigued about the movie, even though I don't know a lot about it. But that's that's my Deadpool. Gotcha. I really want to see what happens.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yeah, I want to see
Shadow?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to say what you're excited for, or do you want to go to movies that you're going to see but you're not really?
Is that it?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say all of them. I skipped the ones that
you already.
That I was going to say. So okay, I might as well go to.
I kind of want to see Imaginary.
All right. So Blumhouse will make a movie out of anything. So Imaginary is one of those movies like, okay, so we've done, Boogeyman, we've done this, now we're just going to do Imaginary Friends. Like, what's next? We're going to do, like, the monsters under the, I don't know.
But the thing about it is, like, if done well, it could be a good movie. I mean, and I'm not saying Blumhouse can't do good movies, whether, like you said, they've made something that the concept was, they're like, okay, but they still turn out to be decent movies. I'm saying it could end up being a good movie.
So the thing I don't like about this is that it essentially just comes down to it being a demonic film. Because like when you see the monster, it's a monster, and typically like if it's like demonic, then you don't see. It's a demonic film. It's just a demon.
Gotcha.
So as far as imaginary, it's not what I expected it to be, but I mean I'm going to see it anyway.
But then again, it's only a trailer, so you never know. There could be more to it, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Have you seen the trailers for this movie? I think it's called Night Swim.
I've started to see the trailers, but I skip. I'll skip.
So it's to me, it looks like it in a pool vent, a pool. I don't know what they call drain.
So is somebody snatching up people out of the pool?
That's what it looks like. It looks stupid, but I mean it's a scary movie, so I'm gonna see it.
Interesting.
So I like Mean Girls. I'm going to see that.
The one that's a musical, looks like.
Yeah, unfortunately, that it don't. I'm not excited. That's what it is. I'm in the not excited, but I'm going to watch it anyway.
Okay.
I'll probably watch Argyle.
I watched the trailer. I'm not completely sold because that one is another one. It's another one coming out too. I think I put them in the same box where the trailers are decent enough to make me interested, but I'm not sold. It's like Argyle and Kill Room with Morgan Freeman.
I might have seen that. I just don't remember.
Yeah, it's like they're assassins, but they use like this museum to. It's like they operate out of a museum or something like that, but it's like they're killers or whatever.
Yeah.
So I put the Argyle and that one in the same box where like I watched the trailer. Okay, I watch it, but I'm not like yes.
Argyle reminds me of that Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, Brad Pitt movie, because she's like the writer, and Channing Tatum was the I guess.
Oh, the one I watched on the plane that I instead of watching Maverick. Love something.
I don't know. It was
like a romance novel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it actually ended up being better than I thought it would be. But like again, I should have watched Maverick first.
I'm gonna watch Madam Web, obviously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What? How do you really feel about that?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm not excited. I'm gonna watch it. The trailer did not. The only part of the trailer that made me excited was seeing the glimpses of the girls in their suits. Outside of that, I was just like, that's another Sony movie.
Ballerina, which is a spinoff from John Wick.
I hadn't watched it. I hadn't watched the trailer for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch Despicable Me 4.
Yeah.
Is Twister's is it a remake? It's a remake. Okay. Of the original Twister movie.
Oh yeah.
Borderlands. I'm gonna watch it.
Is that based off the game?
Yeah.
They're making a movie?
Yeah, you didn't know about that? Kevin Hart's gonna be I don't know if you know any of the characters, but Roland, the black guy.
I do know who Roland is.
Oh. Yeah, and he's like the opposite of Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not very. Oh, Jack Black's apparently is going to be in it. So this is like Jungle.
Jumanji?
Yes, that movie.
I don't know what to say, James.
It's based on a game that I like, so I'm going to watch it.
I don't know what to say.
Kraven the Hunter. I'm going to watch it.
I'm actually excited about that.
So if you played Spider-Man 2, like Kraven.
It's a great Kraven.
Listen, man, I don't know much about Kraven, but he got some shoes to fill, and I don't think he's gonna fill them.
The only reason I'm excited is because like when I watch the trailer, I'm gonna be very contradictory.
Okay.
But like, what in my opinion, to me, the one good thing going for Kraven the Hunter is that it's not attached to Spider-Man yet.
Yeah.
So therefore, you can build up the lore of him to get him to that point. So I'm excited to see what they do with it. Because that way, if it doesn't do well, you ain't gotta, it's whatever.
I agree. Venom 3, Gladiator 2.
I haven't seen the trailer for Gladiator 2, but yeah.
That's the only reason I'm, because I like the first one. I just don't know what this one's going to be like.
I don't know if it's a remake or what, but I'm excited.
I'm going to see Mufasa.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
So, what's one movie that, because I know you said you got movies you're excited for. Movies that you're just gonna watch. Is there a movie where you're just like, no matter what, I'm not watching it? Because when you go down this, I don't think you gave me one, but like, is there one you're just like, I'm absolutely just not watching it?
That's a good question. I'm sure there is, and I can't think of what it would be.
Because when you went down this, it made it sound like you're gonna at least give all of them a chance, whether it may not be like I'm gonna go for first day or like, but you're gonna watch all of them at some point in time. There wasn't one sounds like where you was just like, this is an absolute no.
Oh, boy, yeah, I skipped quite a bit of them.
Oh, okay.
All right, so the ones that I skipped. Arthur the King. Sounds like it's a King Arthur movie. Mickey 17. I'm not sure what that's about. Oh, it's a foreign film, South Korean. I don't know anything about it. Challengers. Zendaya headlines the latest film from Luca.
I don't know anything about that.
Civil War. Apparently it's made by somebody who made Ex Machina and Annihilation, so I might be interested in that. The Fall Guy.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer for that. It's pretty decent.
Okay.
It's basically what's the guy's name?
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, so basically the premise is like he's a movie stunt guy who he's working on this movie that he used to date. Who I guess the chick he is like the director he used to date. So the star
Emily Blunt.
The star of the movie. What's the guy's name from? He was in Bullet Train. He was in. He was the black guy's brother. Craven.
Yeah, I was gonna say Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, he plays the star of the movie. Who, the other guy you mentioned.
Yep, Ryan Gosling.
He's playing the stunt double for him. He ends up going missing, so now the stunt guy has ended up becoming like a hero to save the star, and becomes like an action star basically in real life to save him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know Back to Black.
I don't know what that is.
Don't know if, but it has John Krasinski and Ryan Reynolds in it.
I don't know anything about that.
Garfield.
Yeah.
If my daughter wants to see it, I'll go see it.
I like Garfield.
I don't care for Garfield. Bike Riders.
I heard they got canceled.
Oh, what is? After being pulled from the 2023 release schedule. I guess it got moved to 2024.
I can say shopped it around, but yeah, because I originally heard they had, because I saw the trailer for that, and I was actually intrigued because I was like, because I had like Tom Hardy and somebody in it.
I kept going.
But yeah, it seemed like it was pretty interesting. It wasn't like I got to go watch it in theaters, but like at some point in time I'll watch it.
Transformers 1. I just read that it's an animated movie, but I think I'm done with Transformers. There's a sequel to Saw. I still haven't seen Saw 10. Terrifier 3. Haven't seen 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Wicked. I love Wizard of Oz.
That's based on the play, the Broadway play.
Yep. I haven't liked the adjacent things, so I haven't liked the Oz the Great and Powerful or Return of Oz, so I think I'm done. Wizard of Oz is all I care about. I still haven't seen The Wiz. I know. The Karate Kid.
No, James.
The Karate Kid.
No. Let's let that breathe for a second.
Lord of the Rings.
No. You haven't seen The Wiz. Let the people sit in that for a second.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Doesn't Color Purple come out next year too?
I think no, it comes out this year. It's like December.
Okay, yeah.
And that's it. Apparently, there's a Ken movie coming. I think I mentioned that
A
before.
what?
A Ken for Barbie.
Oh, Ken. I thought you said a kid movie.
I'm not going to see it. I don't care.
But that's not next year though, right?
No, I don't think so. I think maybe 2025 at the earliest.
It is coming out next year, I think. if I remember correctly. I think it's a Blade game.
So the trailer, it's a teaser trailer. So that's why I'm not mad at it, but they need to come better than that.
I haven't watched it. I just saw the poster. I didn't see the trailer.
He was getting a haircut, and then he just they barely even shook. He got a haircut, then he stood up.
Oh, so you're mad at a teaser?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand it's a teaser. It doesn't give me much, so I'm probably gonna get it. But it
so you're disappointed at the free gift that they gave you? Dang!
It didn't give me much.
People are changing this world, man. You sound like them people that used to call me when I worked at DirecTV. Like, hey man, I was used to getting my $15 off. Why can't I have that? But I gave you 10. Well, I want the 15. All I got is 10.
Well, you know what? Go somewhere else and not get anything else.
Nah, but I get you though. It's, as a teaser, you at least want some kind of like whatever. But hey man, you know, it's the definition of a teaser is just to tease you.
I would have been fine with just a poster.
Nah, man. It's the tease. You get to see the actor. I tell you a game that I do want to play is the RoboCop game.
I've never been cared for the RoboCop universe, but I would play it.
I watched the gameplay. I'm like,
I agree.
when I first heard about it, I was like, RoboCop game, because I like the first two RoboCop movies, and I was like, they're making a game, and I watched somebody play a game. I was like, well, not somebody, but like the video of the gameplay. I was like, he blowing people's chest off. I was like, oh, what?
He spent time in the Mortal Kombat universe. That's what happened.
Yep. That's been another episode, guys. Nah, I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about before we go? You done?
Yeah, I'm about to go. Maury's going to practice driving some more.
At night?
Yeah, but why not practice driving at night?
No, I'm not saying she should. It's just you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
all
no, I trust her. We've driven at night. We've driven on expressway. We've driven in the rain. We just got to work on the backing up now.
Got to get that beep beep down.
Just can't use that backup camera. All right.
Beep beep toot toot. I'm good.
I'd like to welcome you all to another episode of
The Short and the Big.
Yeah.
The Big and the Short.
But thank you for coming. This has been another episode.
I don't know, man. We got to introduce it sooner.
You can find me on Instagram at HAPPEE __ MILLOS. You can find us on YouTube at Big and Short of It All.
Please like and subscribe.
Yes.
If you gotten this far, definitely please like and subscribe.
Please. We appreciate you. And we like to see you comment and give us some suggestions. What would you like to see? What would you like to hear us talk about?
All of that. You can find me at DA_Bear, BEAR 29 on Instagram. I don't know what you're talking about. TikTok,
yep.
Big and Short of It All. We have a Twitter or X. It's really like the show / my X. I'll figure it out one day. I don't really know which name I'm going to keep it under, so just look for Big and Short of It All. You'll see the post or whatever on it. That's about it, eh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know why I didn't expect it.
I see the vision, James. I see the vision, man. I get it. I see what you're trying to do.
Look, we are right here. Just make it work. All right.
Your head is cut off, though.
Is it?
It was when you were sitting over there.
Sorry.
You good. How do you know what you look like, though?
I don't.
Can you, well, never mind.